wishing many gives away. Best of traditional wedding. Kilo kúkọ ètò náà. Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó mọ̀ ní lọ́gbọ́n. Best of traditional wedding. Jẹ́ ti gbọ́. Ètò lẹ́sọ̀ traditional wedding ló lọ lọ́wọ́. Kilo kúkọ ètò náà. Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó mọ̀ ní lọ́gbọ́n. Best of traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional weddings. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí, ẹ̀yin tèmi nílé lóko lẹ́yìn òde. Mo kára lé, mo kéré ọ̀nà, mo kọ́kùnrin, mo kóbìnrin, mo kọ́mọdé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbàlagbà wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Lórí ètò láwa, ètò wa, ètò yín, ètò kan náà tí gbogbo wa ń pè ní ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with Bùnmi the Royals. Olúwabùnmi lèmi ń jẹ́ o. Aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù tí gbogbo ayé mọ̀ sí Bùnmi the Royals, alága ìdúró, alága ìjókòó, MC, olóòtú ètò ìgbéyàwó, event planner, bigoli swagger. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọba ayérayé, àkọ́dáyé, ọba ṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run, ọba lánàá, ọba lẹ́ni, ọba títí ayérayé kọrin kése, ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́, ọba tó tó ní ipa tó kọ̀ tí ò pa ni, ọba tó pa wá mọ́ látọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá tá a ti dágbére pé à ń lọ kábọ̀, tó jẹ́ pé ojúṣe fẹ́mi àti yín láti tún rí èní yìí láyé láàyè àti láyé rere. Àrùn fáyọ̀ bí òṣọpẹ́, ọ̀pọ̀ ọjọ́ ló ti rọ̀ tílẹ̀ ti fi mu, ṣùgbọ́n ó wu Ọlọ́run nínú ọlá ńlá ẹ̀, òun ló dá èmi àti yín sí. Ògo ìyìn ọlá òní forúkọ mímọ́ yín alágbára jùlọ. Mo dúpẹ́ nítorí ẹ ti dá èmi olóòtú ètò yìí sí, ẹ ti dá gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí mò ń wò lórí ètò yìí, ẹ tún bá mi dá wọn sí. Ẹ ṣeun bàbá, ẹ gbọ́ pé kẹgbà yín wa. Mo tún fàsìkò náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ilé iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù ètò yìí o. Pàápàá jùlọ ilé iṣẹ́ kan gbòógì, Chorus Jewels and Laces, iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ti ń taṣọ ìyàwó, tí wọ́n ti ń ta ti ìyá ìyàwó, ti bàbá ìyàwó. Aṣọ ìgbà yìí lẹ fẹ́ ni, aṣọ àtijọ́ lẹ fẹ́ ni, ó wà ní ilé iṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces. Ilé iṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, ẹ ṣeun. Ilé iṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná, owó yín á máa ròkè o. Ilé iṣẹ́ Design Fabrics all the way from Dallas, Texas, ẹ máa ṣeun. Àmàríyìnbá. Ilé iṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine, àdúpẹ́dúpẹ́, ẹ ṣeun. Ilé iṣẹ́ Royal Vogue, gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ, mo ní Royal Vogue ló gbòde Oyinmomo, gbà kí o tọ́ wò Oyinmomo. Ilé iṣẹ́ Royal Vogue táwọn ti ń taṣọ tí wọ́n ti rán sílẹ̀, bá ti gbàtà bá ti rú dé báyìí, Royal Vogue ló bá dé. Ẹ ṣeun ilé iṣẹ́ Royal Vogue, ilé iṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná, owó yín á máa ròkè o. Ilé iṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine, ibi tó ti bá wa gbá yẹyẹ sórí ẹ̀rọ magazine, ẹ kàn sí ilé iṣẹ́ Celebration. Bí ẹ fẹ́ yàwòrán ni, ẹ fẹ́ ṣe fídíò ni, nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ ṣe, ẹ kàn sí ilé iṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine. Wọ́n á jẹ yín ní owó. Mo tún fásitì náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iṣẹ́ First Rate Global ní Ṣàgámù Lagos State, níbi tí wọ́n ti ń báyọ̀ ralẹ̀ kọ́lé. Ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe anything concerning property investment in Nigeria, especially in Ogun State, ẹ kàn sí ilé iṣẹ́ First Rate Global. Wọ́n tún máa ń ta àwọn ẹ̀kọ́lé, pàápàá jùlọ àwọn blọọkì tó solid tí kìí ṣe tó máa fọ́. Ẹ kàn sí ilé iṣẹ́ First Rate Global. Ilé iṣẹ́ First Rate Global, ilé iṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná, ọwọ́ yẹn á máa ròkè o. Mo tún fásitì pé dúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ẹni bí ẹni èèyàn bí èèyàn tí wọ́n ti ń kí wa lórí ètò yìí. Ìyàwó bàbá wọn ní first to gbórí wọlé, my beautiful sister and wifey. Ibi tá à ń rówó wá sí nìyẹn. Ìyàwó bàbá, thank you so much. Mommy John Olùkọ́, we appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your support. Every week we appreciate you. So Bostic, Momsi Pamilerin Tiwa, thank you so much for joining us. Alpha Maje, thank you for joining us. Bosse Ogumbusola, thank you for joining us. Please, if I skip your name, please forgive me. Tema Alaga, thank you for joining us. I can see some people that are just joining. Princess Adenike, handmade for you. Mommy Januko, thank you everybody. Please, I really do appreciate you. Thank you for your support every week. I pray that God Almighty will honor you. Ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Mo fẹ́ fàsìkò yìí náà, mo fẹ́ fi celebrate àwọn èèyàn kan pàtàkì lórí ètò yìí. People, please help me to appreciate the amazing woman. Her name is Yemzi traditionally. Very, very die-hard fan of this show.
I don't think she's on yet, but I'm sure she will see this later. EMC traditionally, it was her birthday yesterday. This woman is amazing. One of the die-hard fans of this show. We afasiko yiki pe eku ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìbí o ẹ̀mí aṣọ́pọ̀ náà ní fẹ́lẹ́ ìṣàṣemọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run. The Lord will grant you your heart desires. We wish you a very happy birthday. Please help me send happy birthday message to her. And of course, another person very important to us on this show, one of the singles, the youngest British born, always on this show, Midday. Midday is not here today because Midday is on a trip for her birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow. Please help me support and congratulate Midday. Yeah, Midday Bantefa. That's her name. I think she calls her Midday on this show. Thank you so much for being here all week in, week out. Really appreciate it. In fact, she even messaged me to say, Auntie, in case you don't see me on the show today, it's because I'm going away for my birthday. And I'm like, oh, please let me celebrate Midday. Yeah, Midday Bantefa. Thank you so much. We celebrate you. Many happy returns on this show. All of you that are like this show, especially you are UK based, I'm already telling you. The day that Midday will be getting married, she will have about 10 alagas, and we're all going to support her because she's a single person and also a British born. She doesn't miss it to Beyawo. She doesn't miss it to Beyawo. So please celebrate Midday for me. Midday oníṣẹ́ṣẹ́gbé o, oníṣíléyàwó, ọkọ tiẹ̀ ló máa fẹ́ o, lórúkọ Jésù lágbára Ọlọ́run. And all those are congratulating my people for me. God bless you. The Lord will celebrate you too in Jesus' name. Okay, let's go to today's message. People, today's topic, normally I normally bring music that matches the show. But for today, this song, I've been blessed by it. It's not going to be really about this show, but I just want us to enjoy it together. Because honestly, I've really been blessed by this song. I'll just play it a few minutes because these days, I'm about to play orange. In Instagram, my log, you are out. I don't know why. Maybe they don't want us to play it for more than 2 minutes. But let's just enjoy it for the next 2 minutes and then we will continue with the show. I just love this song. It has really blessed me. And I believe that somebody out there will also be blessed by this song as well. So let's go there. Thank you. Mama Yodele Goes is here. The delectable people is here. Hey, thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate you for your support. Honestly. Thank you, everybody. God will bless and honor you. Okay, we're going to today's topic. But before we do, as I said, let's enjoy this song. I personally, in fact, I'm addicted to this song, honestly. So I believe that we all enjoy it. Let's go. New one. Can you hear my song? Kini daduro. You want to ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Ta ló jayé. Níwájú ayé o. Torí pé mo wà wájú ọba. Hey, I love this song so much. It's not even funny. Hey, if you can hear my song, let me know. Just give me a thumbs up. I hope people can hear it. If you can't hear it, I'm going to share the song. It's so amazing. And I enjoy it so much. So I believe that you will love it. What if your smile is so beautiful? Sunny, okay. Hey. You want to Zerubbabel. Kini daduro. You want to ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Ta ló ń jayé. Níwájú ayé o. Are you ready? Let's go, sir. Ẹ̀yà go. Torí pé mo wà níwájú ọba. Sani ìwọ òkè. Níwájú Zerubbabel. Kini ìdádúró. Níwájú ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Ta ló ń jayé. Níwájú ayé o. Ẹ̀yà jò. Torí pé mo wà níwájú ọba. I love that music. I'm going to send the link to us later. For those that have not known, it's called Niwaju Oba by Pelumi Deborah. That song has been ministering to me for some time, and I really love it. I don't know who is watching me tonight that needs to hear that. Ori anytime you walk in, Niwaju Zerubabeli, Kini ìdádúró níwájú ọmọ Ọlọ́run. Ta ló jẹ́ ayé níwájú ayérayé o. Ó ní ẹ̀bìlà ẹ̀yàgò torí pé mo wà níwájú ọba. I don't know what your challenge is this evening. I just felt blessed by that song, and I think I should have just encouraged somebody out there this evening, because sometimes we all come up, we're looking beautiful, we do makeup, we just go about our daily activities, we act like nothing is happening, but people are going through a lot in this day and age. So I don't know who is there that sometimes you feel like shedding tears, you feel like talking, you feel like giving up, you feel like crying, you feel like screaming. I don't know why I'm saying this evening. I just want to encourage you that you should remember that there is no mountain that is too high for God. The world become plain. Whether you are finding something, you're looking for something, you're trusting God for something, healing, whatever it is, but you're being delayed, trust me, it's nothing before God. And the one that I really enjoy most, let us remain in the presence of God, and I pray that our sorrow will turn to joy. We will smile again and rejoice. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm not a preacher. I don't know why I went that way this evening. So if you heard that and you needed that, just take it on board and then hold on to God. All right, people. What have we come here to talk about tonight? Hey, Facebook will behave yourself. But I know that YouTube and Instagram are on by the grace of God. Thank you those that are just joining us on this show. Thank you, Lovett Ventures. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for those that are saying they could hear the song. Thank you those that are giving us kudos. Thank you. Without you, there's no ETO IGBEYAWO. I come here every week because I know that people are waiting. And whenever I get here, I'm never disappointed. I always find people waiting for me. I pray that you will not be left alone in Jesus' name. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, kí ni kò tá wá ṣe ń bá lálẹ́ ká lọ sí ojú abẹ, ká lọ sójú abẹ ń kó, like the Yorubas will say. The topic for tonight, I don't know how many of us have seen it, for wedding vendors and then wedding people that are planning weddings or events. Maybe you're planning your wedding, you're planning your events, you're planning to do anything. We all try as much as possible to kind of put things and get things done in the way that it will pay us, in the way that we will enjoy ourselves, in the way that the money will be worth spending, in the way that the time will be worth spending, in the way that you will enjoy yourself. Personally speaking, I hardly do parties, but when I do parties, people that know me, they know me that I go all out to do my parties because I want to have fun, I want to enjoy myself, I want to make sure that the money I spend is worth it. Because some Yorùbá máa ń pè ní pé kí owó téèyàn ná kó fúnà, kéèyàn mọ̀ túmọ̀ pé mo náwó, owó yẹn dẹ̀ jẹ́ ìtumọ̀. There are people that will spend so much money for an event, and at the end of the day, you'll be wondering pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo owó tán ná, àárí àǹfààní is of no use. And that's what we are here for. Those of us that are events experts, for somebody like me as an event planner, as someone that has been doing this for years and years, and even for someone that does party. Hey, Mommy Young Papa, thank you so much, Mommy. We appreciate you, ma. So tonight we are looking at the topic that says which wedding or event vendor should be considered as essential and worth the investment, and which ones should be seen as non-essentials or wasted. Now, some of the reasons why people make mistakes when they're having an event, àṣìṣe ó ní wípé wọn ò mọ̀ yàtọ̀, ó ṣàkọọ́lẹ̀ pé wọ́n ń ṣe kíní, àwọn náà kàn ń ṣe ni, but tí wọ́n bá mọ̀ yàtọ̀ tí ó yé wọn, wọ́n máa ṣe nǹkan differently. Now, when we're talking about wedding vendors or wedding vendors. What are we talking about? Let's just I always like to I always like to throw questions open, because as I said on this show, I don't like to assume that people know, and I also don't want to assume that people do not know. So I always like to throw the question open. Let's start from the word wedding vendors. When we say wedding vendors or event vendors, what are we talking about? What do you understand by the term wedding vendors? Let's take it on from there. Because I don't want to go to the vendor, but I want to for example, when I was young, àwọn táwa mọ̀ tó jẹ́ vendor làwọn tó ń ta newspaper. It was after we grew up that we started realizing that it's not just for newspaper sellers, though. That vendors mean something else. So when we say wedding vendors or event vendors, please, people, I always say on this show that one good thing that you're going to do for me is, number one, this is an interactive show. It is an interactive show. It's not a ayé asọ̀rọ̀ má gbèsì ó ti kọjá. So if you can hear me, whether you're on Facebook, on Instagram, or on YouTube, please respond. Say something, even if just to put a thumbs up to say, oh yeah, we can hear you, or you want to respond to the questions I'm asking. It's an interactive show. The way it becomes so interesting is when I talk and people respond. So I'm asking us that please, do you know what we mean when we say event vendors or we say wedding vendors? What does it mean? Let's respond to that so that we can actually take it on from there. First of all, let us establish the fact that we all know what event vendors or wedding vendors, we all know what it means. So I'll be waiting to hear from us. If I don't hear from us, that means and continue with me by you, because it's always good to know that people can hear me and they can respond. God bless you. What do you understand by the term event vendors? Somebody said, thank you, Yahoo Baba. You're always coming to my rescue, aren't you? The wedding vendors are the people involved in the occasion. Okay, involved in one way, in what way, ma? Because I know that the celebrant is involved. I know that so I want to know the guests are also involved. When we say people that are involved in the occasion, in what way, ma? Let's make it clearer. Like I said, I don't want to assume that people know. Tell people that the show has started. The show has started, people. People always come to me after the show and say, but my video so I always like to have a share. Hey, people said examples. Yes, thank you, ma. Musicians, DJs, alagas, caterers, etc., etc. Thank you so much, ma. The event vendors or wedding vendors are the people that are involved in the event, or should I say, I don't want to be the one talking. Yahweh has said a lot, and I know there are so many people on this show. Please tell us, to you, who is an event or wedding vendor? Just tell us, what do you understand by the term events or wedding vendors? It's going to help us to move this show forward from here, and it's going to help our discussion. So please, if you know anything or any definition of a wedding vendor, Mommy says the vendors are the event pillars. One of the event pillars. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like the word pillars. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should just go. Okay, somebody has just joined us, but I shall be just join us. Welcome to the show. We're talking about wedding vendors. Who are wedding vendors? When we're talking about wedding vendors, who is a wedding vendor? Who is a wedding vendor? Hey, Boosie's Glam. Thank you for joining us. And we're bed. Because I good. I correct good. Hello, Boosie's Glam. Thank you for joining us, sis. Okay, for those that just joined us, we're talking about who wedding vendors are. Somebody said they are the pillars of the event, which I agree with. Somebody said they are the people that are involved in the event. And say in what way? Because the celebrant is involved, the guests are involved. So when we say wedding vendors, okay, I think because I want to save time, because this is going to take us into a very long conversation tonight. So people, please, if you know the definition of a wedding vendor, say it. You can still say it even after I've said mine. A wedding vendor, should I call them professionals, wedding professionals, or should I call them businesses that provide services for the purpose of the wedding? That's a wedding vendor. Wedding vendors are people who are professionals, people who provide services for the success of the wedding. I don't know. You can call them as those who render services. Yes, those who render services for the success of the venue of the wedding or of the event. Like Mommy Olukon said, yes, they are obviously they are they are the pillars of the event. You cannot have an event without having a wedding vendor. And when I say that, I say with my full chest. It doesn't matter whether you want to do DIY. Some people say, don't worry, I'll do it myself. You can't do everything by yourself. If you cook by yourself, you cannot do the ashwebi by yourself. If you do the ashwebi by yourself, you cannot do the makeup by yourself. If you do the makeup by yourself, you cannot be the musician by yourself. No matter what, you're going to hire somebody. And even if you do all those things, maybe with friends and family or whatever, you also you end up hiring the venue, and venue hire is part of the event vendors. Event vendors start from the venue, the location where you had the wedding, the caterers, the florists, the photographers, the DJs, the event planners and wedding coordinators, the rental services, stationery designers, hair and makeup, and so on and so forth. Even on this occasion, we're talking about the ashwebi vendors as well. We're talking about all different kinds of professionals that make the events successful. Hey, fabulous funky, thank you for joining us. Anyway, this woman that just joined us on this show, she doesn't do this yet, but I'm suggesting that she should start doing abula vendor at venues, because this woman, she does the best abula every Sunday. She will not be bullying us on that. And she's an MC as well. Fabulous funky, thank you for joining us. So people, for those that just joining us, what we are talking about is now talking about having established the importance of wedding vendors, event vendors. We've mentioned them from venue to ashwebi plug to makeup and hair to caterers to cake person to MCs to alagas to everything. Now we want to talk about them in order of priority. There are some of these people that you cannot do without. Okay, let's first of all start from there, because the reason I'm having this show here tonight is because I have seen in situations where people will use money, big money, they will spend big money on the non-essentials of an event, and then they will abandon or ignore or forget about the most essential of the event. Hey, Lee updated. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. Thank you so much for your custom. We appreciate you. Welcome on board. So people, now let's take it one after the other. Having established that event vendors or wedding vendors are professionals that provide services for the purpose of an event. We've talked about them from the venue hire to the to all the other hire services, maybe like chair hire and everything. Hey, yeah. Oh, I said the IG logged you out as well, ma. Then we've talked about caterers, we've talked about alagas, MCs, we've talked about venues, we've talked about so many other things, that are involved in making up a team of events or wedding vendors. Now, let's take them in order of priority. Let's maybe we should first of all talk about the most essentials. And I'm not going to be the only one talking here tonight. I need people to please tell me, as someone that is planning a wedding, or if you're a wedding professional or someone that is involved in weddings all the time, let's start talking about the importance of wedding vendors in order of priority. For you to have a successful event, what should be the first person that should come to mind? That, okay, this is the first thing I need to get, bara. This is the first thing I need to get, and it's so important to me. Let me make sure that I get. Oh, somebody's sharing the. Thank you so much, Yahoo Baba, for sharing all these things. So people are sharing the show. You see, Yahoo Baba will share and even share to herself. Yeah, Baba will share this show. She will even share to herself. Sometimes I will say, Madam, you let us share for her. God bless you, Yahoo Baba. I really appreciate you. I celebrate you, ma'am. Somebody said, Mama Yodele, lay updated. I want to hand you know, sorry. Mama Yodele said you should send her money for you to remain online. Àwọn ni wọ́n jẹ́ kí ẹ jẹ́ júbà àwọn ayé kọ́ lè jẹ́ kẹ́ dúró online. Wọ́n làwọn logging out. Okay, people, somebody has talked. Venue first. Yahoo Baba, God bless you. Does anybody have any contrary opinion? Yahoo Baba said venue first. I personally definitely believe in a venue first kind of event starter. You cannot, to me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm with you on this one, Yahoo Baba. I believe in venue first And the reason why I believe in venue first, Baba, why do you say so? Yes, Bukola Remiwa, thank you, ma'am. Somebody is saying on Facebook as well, venue first. Venue first. I'm an advocate of venue first. People will call me as an event planner. They will say, "Oh, we want you to help us do this," and I'm like, "What date? What's your date? Where is the location?" When I'm watching one venue, man, entering. How can you have a date without a venue? What about if you now eventually find venue and those dates that you've already chosen, there is the venue is not available. So personally, before you choose any date at all, I believe venue first. Thank you so much, Yahoo Baba. Somebody said caterers food is essential. Okay, I'll put that down as well. Caterers and food is very essential. We're talking about the order of priority for planning an event. And I don't know who's going to pick this video. I don't know where this video is going to get to. Like somebody said to me that the one we did last week, sometimes we do all these things without necessarily knowing that somebody somewhere will pick it up. Venue, date, then invitation. Okay. Somebody said venue, date, invitation. Definitely venue first. I'm an advocate of venue first. Once you choose your venue, you're free to choose. You're free to be able to start telling your dates, because venue is what will actually determine whether you're going to be able to go with that date or not. Because if you find dates and you do other things, you've chosen other vendors and you have not found a venue, but then you now want to have that venue, you may never find that date available. So at the end of the day, you will end up changing everything. So thank you so much, Mama. You said caterers and food is very essential. I also believe I'm an advocate of food and caterers, but in order of priority, venue definitely first. Somebody said event planner, they will advise on the best venue with the pros and cons of each venue. Thank you so much. I'm also an advocate of having an event planner. Somebody was telling me the other day, I have one of my friends, one of my sister, that just had we all know her anyway, Dr. Rikawi, that just had her daughter's wedding. For her daughter's wedding, she had an event planner for the white wedding. She said, "Did you have an event planner for the church?" And I was like, "What? Overly the planning." That's another thing. I think I brought a guest on this show before to come and discuss on the importance of having a planner for traditional wedding. In fact, she said, "Bumi, that is the best advice you gave me, for me to have a planner for the traditional wedding." The traditional wedding is as important as I don't know why they call it the main wedding or whatever. Traditional wedding is just as important as that. So, event planner, in order of priority, I would say venue, date, then event planner. Somebody is talking about invitation. Invitation is important. If you cannot send the invitation, once you got your venue and you're sure that you're going to be able to use the venue, you can send out a save the date. Save the date will make people to have in mind that this thing is going to take place and I have to put this date aside. Leaving your save the date till late. Is that possible to avoid it? Because people have plans, we see people that book in advance, well in advance. Okay, where are you inviting people to? Yes, you need to know. First time here. Oh, Shade Love. I just love your name, actually. Thank you so much for joining us on this show. She said, "My first time here." Everybody help me welcome Shade Love for joining us. God bless you. And she also said venue first. Venue first. A lot of people are saying venue first. Then Alaga Ketra. Hey, I love when we look and see. Now, once you get your venue, if it's a traditional wedding, get your Alaga. Somebody has said venue, event planner. And if a good event planner will advise you that the next thing you need to pick is probably, after you've got your venue, you've got your event planner, I think in order of that priority, the next thing you need to actually get is probably your MC or your Alaga. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, not because I'm an Alaga, not because I'm an MC, but I'm telling you with my full chest. I've seen people that got really, really upset because they called and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm fully booked," and they were saying, it's a matter of first come, first serve. Because no matter how much money you spend, and I'm saying this with my full chest, anybody can disagree with me. This is why this show is a conversation, is an interactive show. We are free to disagree and agree. There's no matter how much money you have that you will spend, if your MC or or alaga or whoever is coordinating that day is not good. I'm telling you, I've been to parties not because I'm an alaga or I'm an MC that I'm feeling sorry for the celebrants, because whoever is behind the microphone is not doing a good job. So I'm advocate of that. Thank you, Mommy Joanna Luco. Somebody said, oh, people are welcoming Shade Love. God bless you. Somebody said, lock in your caterer. Lock in your caterer and decide if you're having one or multiple caterers. I actually did plan to talk about this single or multiple caterers thing, and I think I'm going to bring it back as a whole show. Single or multiple caterer, and then single or multiple serving points. I actually have it on my list of discussion on this show. We're going to talk about that later. But people have said it. Shadelo, thank you so much. People, once you booked your venue, you have booked your event planner. Get a good event planner. Having all these things on time will make you have the choice that you want, your desired choice. If you don't do all this thing on time, you will go for whatever is available. Because by the time everybody is fully booked, there's nothing you can do. Come on, doing it. How do me go? Do me? I do as a dead job. Shelly, Baba was sorry. Move dates one. She move dates. And I've seen where somebody actually moved their dates because they wanted me by all means. And I'm sure one or two of us will have experienced this as well. So that's why we're talking about making things, happen on time. I love the word lock in. I love the word lock in. Lock in your caterers and decide whether or not you're going to have one single caterer or double caterers. I am an advocate of double caterers, but as I said, I'm not going to go deep into that tonight because that's not what we're coming here to discuss. I'm going to bring that topic back at one point so we can talk about it. Thank you so much. So remember that when we're talking about weddings, especially when it comes to a Nigerian wedding, we have so many other things we're talking about. We're talking about after we, in order of importance, after we've got the venue, the event planner, you've secured your caterers. What other thing are we looking at? Somebody said calling the decorator. The decorator is also very important to people, because I've seen where people spend so much money and we go to the venue and we're like, kilili, kinoto joy. You understand? You need to also think about that. And good musicians. Somebody's talking about good musicians. Is very important as well. Look, the event I had last, which was this last, was it Friday? Yes. The event I had last, it got to a point we were begging people to leave. We were begging people to leave. I even took the mic. Thank you, because the venue will charge us extra if we don't leave on time. You know why they refused to go? Because the music was good. To me, music is one of the light and the, in fact, if ẹgbẹ́ báwọn èèyàn bá jẹun tí oúnjẹ bá dùn, I mean tí music bá dùn, àwọn èèyàn ní lọ. I'm telling you, music is so important. So get yourself good musicians, whether live band or DJ. In fact, that day we couldn't decide between the live band and the DJ. The live band was so good that when it was time for him to stop, people were like, oh, can he not continue? But when the DJ started, they were like, okay, the DJ is also good. Oh, they didn't want to leave. So good music, get your musician, get your good music. Very important. I've been to places where I am not 100% pleased with everything, but just because the music was good, music song, nobody wanted to leave. So it's very important that we get good musician. Now let's talk about other things that are not on the venue. They're not really on the sets. They're not right in the venue, but they are important part of the ceremony as well. Lee Abdullah said, for me, I choose a date before getting an event planner who asked me if I have a date. When she started looking for a suitable hall for my date. She also happened to be my MC. That's the best way. You have a date in mind, but for you to be able to use that date, you need to make sure that you get out of time, and then once you get on time, you for venue straight away. And then once you get your venue, you can start planning things around the venue. Now let's talk about other parts of the segment that's not really they're not on set, because everything we're talking about now, we're talking about a shape. We're talking about things that are not on set. And I didn't want to say that, but somebody on YouTube, thank you, Bukola Oremiwa, she just said it. She said, what about Ashwebi? If you are going to have Ashwebi and you want people to help you to buy Ashwebi, start on time. Start on time. In fact, some people, they will say, buy the share, so she's on £200 within 2 months. Yes, now. But if you start on time, you let people be aware on time, you choose your Ashwebi on time, you decide. Some people will even say, but I'm you designing more because you let it be too long before you choose your time. So I wouldn't mind. That's one of the things I'm talking about, not being on this on the it's not on Ashwebi is not something you do on the ground on the day. It's something that you will have pre-planned, that people have been purchasing. Get your Ashwebi ready. And when I personally am an advocate of getting your Ashwebi and getting somebody to help you in that area. And when I say help you in that area, talk to an Ashwebi plug that people can contact straight. It's someone go doing it because I've done party before and I've done Ashwebi. It wasn't easy to be doing it by yourself. If you have someone that can an Ashwebi plug that you trust, that are good, get a good one and let them help you to do all the wahala. They'll be the one to post to people, they'll be the one to help you, deliver to people. It makes life a lot easier rather than you being the one doing everything. So an Ashwebi plug is also one of the vendors that we're talking about. And it's good to get them on time. And then at least when you have them on time, you can decide, you can make choices, you can let them send you samples, let them, you can feel the texture, you can look at the price, you can look at how much your budget is for your guests regarding Ashwebi. You take your time to look at this. If you do everything in a rush, they will send you nonsense Ashwebi. Another thing again is get a reasonable and honest and an Ashwebi plug with integrity. I've seen where some Ashwebi will start with good fabric from the beginning. Towards the end, rubbish and send somewhere. So get a one that has a good reputation that will help you to make sure that they send the quality to people for as long as possible. Photographer and videographers, please, everything will end on the day. If you don't get yourself a good photographer and videographer, waste. I'm telling you, because everybody will leave. Even the food, party like they're nice. Oh nice, but we cannot feel the taste in our mouth after that day. But the video and the photographer, you will be watching it for the rest of your life. Recently, I still watched my 40th birthday, 10 years after. I did not fast forward it for once. It was so interesting. And it was clear. It was clean. It was so accessible. It was so relatable. We were just laughing and enjoying it for the whole time. But if you don't get a good photographer and videographer, they will skip the important part of your ceremony. They will make a mess, or they will come halfway when your event is halfway. And let me buy want to party church, want to show reception, the large photographer today. You don't want that. So get your photographers and videographers and get a good one. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. We really appreciate all your contribution. And those on the YouTube, please, I'm not ignoring you. Those on YouTube, we really appreciate it. So get your photographers and videographers, and then make sure you secure a good one. Don't go and secure a photographer and videographer to make videos so joke. Everybody know. Make your choice. Don't do aroro. Now, when we're talking about preparing for these ones and choosing them on time, also sometimes my people will say the soup way good. Now money kill them. For these people, they are worth investing in. It's good to invest in good venue. It's good to when you're talking about venue, look at so many facilities available. You don't want a venue where your guests will not have a place to park. You don't want a venue where your guests will be your vendors be struggling to deliver their heavy items. Our venue are accessible for vendors. You need a good venue. Take your time. You don't want a venue where your vendors will travel, your guests will travel and travel, or they will get tickets. So the delivery of venue is very, very important. Then, as we said, get yourself a good event planner that knows what they are doing. Get a vendor that has good security, not the one that your vendor will finish and they will find that their cars have been broken into. Thank you, Shade Love. There are some venues that are just not good. or cut him, you don't want that, So let's think about that. And you don't want, as we said also, it's worth investing in good caterers. Even your caterers, you don't want the caterers that's halfway into your event, or halfway into your event, I went to a place, get yourself a good caterer. Music and live band. I went to a place, everybody come to the Loba DJ. But that share lórí mi ni. Play orin gidi. Wọ́n try. Ẹnìkan tó bá bèèrè alóhùn ni. Wọ́n bèèrè tó wọ́n lóhùn ni. Irú party wo nìyẹn? Party yẹn before we could say Jack Robinson, everybody ti lọ because there was nothing to stay for. And then I paid for one Asoebi. I don't even know. This Asoebi thing is also very important. I paid for one Asoebi till tomorrow. I don't even know whether to pray or to curse the person. And there's some Asoebi that we have used for years and years up to today. Wow, very good. So these are the things to invest money into. Invest if it's a wedding, invest into very good floral company as well. And as we said, good decorator, rental services, get them. We also know that out of all those, out of the one that you do before the day, there are stationery designers. Now let's talk about those stationaries. I don't know, apart from the church wedding, pamphlets, printing of pamphlets. Okay, let me use this opportunity to shift to the other side. What are the not so essentials? If you're talking about essentials that is worth spending money on, that is worth investing on. No, also remember that makeup and gele very important. Hey, I don't want to talk to one. There's this particular one I went to. The celebrant was looking like a masquerade, and I'm not joking. She was looking like a masquerade. She was so upset. She makeup. You need to find a very good makeup artist. The one that when you see yourself, you'll be grateful. She couldn't display the photo till tomorrow because makeup artist give it. Some things you cannot afford to do. Hey, traditionally is here. Birthday girl, we've just been celebrating you. Welcome on board. She's here. She was one that did her birthday yesterday. God bless you. So people, don't go and do aroro. Get yourself a good makeup artist. Get yourself a good makeup artist. There are some good makeup artists that are full of themselves. Lay Updated is here. We got a makeup artist. She's very good, but she was so rude. She was so rude. She was so unruly. She was rude to the celebrant. She upset the celebrant. She upset all her guests. Please get yourself good makeup artists. And any vendor that you want to get for yourself, check their reputation. Check their work properly. Don't rely on what you see on social media. Do not rely on what you see on social media. I've seen people that put good pictures on their pages. Not just for the makeup artists, even for and if it's a traditional wedding, get yourself a good ETO vendor as well. I can boldly recommend by Ashabi. She's so good at what she does. And as we said, MC and Alaga, I went to an event where the MC was insulting the guests, all in the name of jokes. She was cracking jokes, and she was using guests as her target to crack jokes. And people were leaving because she was insulting them. Get yourself a good MC, get yourself a good Alaga. Okay, let's go to the not so essential ones. The not so essential one. For those that are just joining us on this show, we are talking about important things that oh God, the person that had that experience with that makeup artist is here. She said, thank God for you and Jesus. I almost broke her head. It was her event. This lady was good. She was very rude, very, very rude, very full of herself. That's another thing that we need to look at before we hire vendors. Emma vendor to my shaking. Bukola Remiwa on YouTube, she said, don't do Jemu photographers, videographers, makeup artists, musicians, and DJ. Very important. What what's it called now? Now let's talk about the not so essential ones. Not so essential ones. Let's talk about things that are not really. How your man waits to see people they're worth it. I'm gonna wait for people before I talk, because the major reason I brought this up is just for those non-essentials. Imagine somebody spending money on some things that have no use, that have no use to you, but you cannot pay the good ones that are very, very important to you. Mama Sharoro, to get the ones that are important to you, Mama Sharoro, but Mama Gba, Mama Fowo Iyebiye Gba àwọn nǹkan tí kò essential, pé kò sí wúlò wọn ní party. It doesn't add nothing to the party. Please, let's come to the not so essential ones. And I will be waiting for people to talk. What are those things that you've seen as events that you feel that maybe recently you cannot really shape my colleague tomorrow? Please, let's talk about it. Please, I'm waiting for people. Please update it. Let's leave that person. It is well. It is well with her. You know, this is the thing. Once you introduce people or you recommend people, if they mess up, it won't be my fault. Or you just know that you will not hear from me again. You know, no matter how good you are, you shouldn't be rude to your customers. You know, I know some clients can be very, very nasty, you know, but you should try and at least calm down. Okay, now let's talk about the not so essential one. Before we know it, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that that time is this fast spent. I didn't expect us to be so. You know, if you want to leave a voice note, remember that you can leave it on +447828500938. Maybe you have an experience or you've seen something that happened and you want to. Somebody said the after party Dorime. I am not a fan. I'm not a fan either. I am not a fan of Dorime, and people spend a lot of money. Please, if you're a Dorime vendor on this show, don't look at me as if I'm spoiling your market. I'm just saying I'm not a fan of it. People saying they're not a fan of it. And when the venue is so expensive, some people will hire venue £1 million and they're not ready to pay the MC. Other things. Venue should not be unnecessarily over expensive venue. And I wonder the kilo shelle. There is a lot of things that are not essential at weddings. There is a lot of things, yeah. People said, is there anything that is not essential as somebody said, what's Dorime? You know that thing that they do at night after party, they say Dorime. You know, they will not carry this thing and everybody will be, they will not be wearing shorts. They will not wearing, you know, I don't know, skin. I'm not a fan of it. People that love it, they love it. Truth is, and there will not be enough space for guests and food. And when you gel enough, good MC, or good MC, or good caterer, or good makeup artist, or good music. As far as I'm concerned, we can do without that. And when I say not so essentials, things that we can do without. We can do without Dorime. We can do without it, definitely. If you have the money, why not? But it is not as essential as your guests not having enough food to eat. If you cannot provide enough food for your guests, you shouldn't do Dorime. Yeah, after party Dorime, you shouldn't do it. No, I didn't need the after party. I did after party for my events. I did after party, but I didn't have Dorime. We did it, was fun. I do after Joe. Then another thing that I'm not an advocate of is multiple change of outfits. Number one, it wastes time. You go in to come out will take forever. They say that Dorime thing is nonsense. Multiple change of outfits. Personally, I'm not saying the celebrant should not wear clothes, but me, I would rather use the clothes to do photo shoot before the day, because it will not allow you to enjoy the money you spend. Multiple change of outfits is one of the things that I would never ever invest money in for my events. I remember during my birthday, people asking me, stop, Michelle, I'm not changing it. I'm not changing again. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. So I dance from beginning to the end. I want to enjoy the money I spend, because I spent a lot of money, you know. So another thing that I don't really believe in is my waste effort, because I want to do and I think it is, to me, it makes you look like you're abandoning your guests. Your guests will not see you. You go and be changing like 7, 4, 5, 7, 5. I've seen people that change several times. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that personally, it's not me. If that is what you want to do, it's up to you. But if I want to advise as an event expert that I've been doing this for over 30 years, I would definitely advise you against it. If you want to showcase your multiple outfits, which you are allowed to do it before the day, do it in photo shoot. You can spend 2-3 days in photo shoots. That's absolutely fine. Post it everywhere. It is stressful. It's stressful for the event. At one point, anyhow, everybody. Your guests will not see you. Your guests will be wondering where you are. You will not even enjoy your own party. You'll be absent at your own party. So personally, I'm not a fan of multiple changing. 2 or 3 is maximum is enough. Yeah, hype man, etc. It doesn't have to be there. You don't need to have a hype man. Some people will have hype man. Hey, oh, ha. If you have somebody that wants to do it for, like my past, somebody did it for me for free. One of the people that are mentoring the industry, they did it for me for free, which was okay. Somebody tell some tensions everywhere as a result of 7 times changing. Yes, it took them usually no changing any week. Number one, apart from the fact that you yourself will be stressful, you are absent at your own wedding, you won't be there. Why should you mama mo see a lot change? Could I see one change, especially one change will take at least 1 hour or 45 minutes. That's too much. Then you come as son, mama, well, it's very difficult to maintain that. Then another thing about changing too many times is that you are abandoning your guests. Okay, for our guests, they still yeah, I saw someone that did 7 changes. Yes, 7 times. It's your choice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to attack you, but I'm just saying that they can avoid that. If you want to really wear multiple outfits, do your photo shoot before the day. For my 50th, that everybody saw it. I did a lot of outfits for photo shoot, but on my bed, they go on the party, go. I only change it once. With the wash of me and I enjoyed myself. But that's my choice. I'm not forcing you. Then another thing that I'm not really a fan of is the printing where we print so much, we print large pictures. I'm not a fan of it. We print large pictures, we put banner outside, banner in the middle, banner all those things, man, print. I'm fine, no, don't get me wrong. I'd rather have video wall instead. It's up to you. Please, I am not using this show to attack anybody. It's your choice. I'm just talking and people are putting their liking. Personally, I'm not a fan of printing. I'm a printing pamphlet. I'm a printing after the show. Where would they put it? Hey, MC Night. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. So we're talking about the essential things that are essentials and things that are not so essentials for an event. I'm about to invest to see invest or why people are getting their priority wrong. Somebody used so much money to do all those printings. Okay, personally, after the day, what will happen to those prints? I will not be seeing my face inside the bin. Even pamphlets, I'm not a fan of pamphlets, except if it is a church wedding, I'm going to print pamphlet. Just make it simple and basic. We can print menu, that's me. I'm just saying from my point of view. All those big, large printings, everywhere. Where would they go after the party? Please, I want people to talk to me about this printing. Is it just me that find it as a waste? Let's talk about it. But print to end up in the shed. So kilo ma ṣẹlẹ̀ sí afterwards. Èmi ò máa kó dànù. Mama roju mi no kole. Hey, Shineke. I don't know. But personally, I'm not a fan of too much printing. I would rather have LED, for example, all these stationery designers. I don't mind them doing it for me, but let it be digital where you can scroll on the screen like video wall or something. So I would rather have those ones rather than having, because okay, and then in fact they don't let me only 1 million because some are so big, some of them will be so big. The only thing printing that I'm an advocate of is sitting arrangements where people can check their names again and then they can go in. Maybe menu, food menu, and that's about it. I'm not a fan of printing. Okay, people, it's been an amazing one. Yeah, somebody said if it's not a church wedding, printing is a waste of resources. Now, guys, we've been talking about things that makes a successful wedding, essentials, things that you should not waste money on, that you can do without, and those that are so essential. And I noticed that I love the 360 photo booth. Thank you, ma'am. Some people say they love the 360 photo booth. The 360 photo booth is so good that even afterwards you can still see people. It's nice. I like it. I'm a fan of 360, and it's not too expensive as well. So I'm a fan of 360 a photo booth as well. We can do other stuff, maybe like photo booths and all is nice. So we talk about so many things that makes a good investment in a wedding. We talk about putting things in order of priority. A lot of people get the priority wrong. They get the priority wrong, and the reason why they get the priority wrong is because they don't get advice from good people. They just know that they are doing this, and they also say, we know about worship. We've talked about the major one, which is the venue. Venue is so important, but spending excessive money in venue will be a waste. Excessive money on venue will be a waste. And when I say excessive money on venue, so it's all those some pretties are essential, like program, sitting arrangement, and all of this. Thank you. Although we know that venue is necessary, you need to get good venue where it is secure, people are comfortable, it's not switching off your music and blah blah. But it shouldn't be excessively expensive. Some people will go for one of these executive venues, but when you invest in oúnjẹ ò ní ní taste, oúnjẹ ò ní dá, because caterer tó gba àrò wọn ṣe ní díẹ̀. Wọn ní good MC because they cannot afford to hire good MC. Wọn ní good photographer because they cannot. I personally believe that I should prioritize some things over some other things. Get good venue, but not excessively expensive. Get yourself a good event planner. Get yourself a good event planner. There are so many event planners nowadays. So just don't come and be laptop killing. They don't know nothing. I'm telling you, they will mess up your events. Get yourself a good event planner with repetition. Don't pick your planners just based, don't pick your vendors just based on what you see on social media. I know somebody that will always go and be putting different pictures on her page, but she doesn't do all those things. She steals people's picture. I know someone that actually took pictures of an event I did and put on her page, and when I confronted her, blocked me. Yes. So be careful on picking people on social media. Check your reputation. Check your 18,000 venue, no parking. Can you imagine? Check the reputation of whoever you are hiring. Get good caterers. Your guests deserve good food. Your guests deserve not to be bored at your event. And when I say not to be bored, that's because you have a good MC or a good alaga. Don't get yourself an alaga that will insult your guests. That will be alaga to mama tax guest yín because àròró lẹ fi gbà wọn £100 wà kẹ́ fún wa ní gèlè àmọ́ wá bá yín ṣe wọ́n máa task àwọn guest yín wọ́n máa pábọ́ kiri wọ́n máa bẹ̀bẹ̀ fowó wọ́n máa harass àwọn guest yín ni. Get yourself a good MC, get yourself a good alaga, get yourself good caterers, get yourself very 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 good musicians. Musician is one of my major what's it called now, priorities when it comes to events, because when there is good music, if you feel it, they will be happy, they will be around. Yes. And then we forgot to talk about cake. Cake is good, but not to spend too much money on cake. Cake is an essential, but sometimes people spend so much money on cake. We forgot to talk about cake. Spending excessive money on cake, and then at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be too much. Make it basic and nice. No, not excessive. People are trying to impress, and they will now do a cake that is as big as a house. Kilo shele. Use your money on more important things. People do souvenir as well. Nowadays, they are now more concerned about souvenir than the satisfaction of their guests when it comes to music and all of that thing. There's nothing wrong in souvenir, but it's not my priority. When I had my event, I did Ashobi, Ashoke, and everyone was asking me, yes, because I didn't have any money, because I didn't want to give anybody any souvenir. I mean, souvenir is not my priority. My priority is for people to not pay too much for my outfit. I should tell them, I'm not trying to boast. Everybody is still saying it tomorrow. But it's okay. I'm not putting money on it. Get yourself good Ashobi. Don't overtask your guests on Ashobi just because you want to give them one quantity souvenir. Most of the souvenir that we have, the one I went last, they even gave us rice cooker, which is good, but so that's why souvenir is good, don't get me wrong, but it is not an essential as far as I'm concerned. Don't say because you want to give people souvenir and then tax them so much on the Ashobi or make them feel uncomfortable in joining you in buying the Ashobi. And Ashobi should not be made compulsory anyway. It's up to individuals whether they want to buy it or not. Now, things that are not so essentials. we've talked about makeup. Makeup is very, very essential as far as I'm concerned. Makeup is very essential. Gil is very essential. Don't do a rolo for your makeup artist too. Don't get anyhow makeup artist too. Get yourself a good makeup artist. Don't get yourself a makeup artist that will abuse you or insult you on the day, that will harass you, that will not let you be. Get yourself a good makeup artist. Then the ones that are not so essential. You talk about the dorime, the after party. Táwọn èèyàn máa ma ṣe ìdórí mẹ́wàá wá mú gbogbo díríǹkì dáwà ọtí àmú. I'm not a fan of it. I am not. If that is your business, please don't get me wrong. People that are doing it, they love it, which is okay. But personally, I am not a fan of. People have said it here. Don't say because you want to do dorime later in the day. Because I need money to buy expensive alcohol and liquors. You will now ignore the most important ones, which is food, drink, regular drinks, good music, good makeup, good venue, and good caterer, and then good MC. You forget that one just because you want to do dorime later in the day. It should make sense. Let's think about it. Also, I'm not a fan of overpriced venue. Get yourself a good venue that has good parking, good security, good location, but not overpriced because you want to impress anybody. Àti Ẹniọlá ẹ ṣára yín lálẹ́ ẹ má kéyìn mi síta wọ́n ní dorí mẹ́rin ẹ̀mí kẹ́mi. Nobody says some sharing souvenir during mother and bride time. Yes. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àsìkò tó yẹ kí ìyàwó àgbàdúrà fún wọn máa ṣe àti ìfẹ́ nígbà máa dariwo. We need to think about that. Then also, I'm not a fan of multiple change. Can I change maybe 20 times? Ní party ẹ̀kọ́ ṣoṣo kò make sense to me. You don't need to spend so much time, changing too many times will even make you tired, wear out. It will make you look like you're rude because you will ignore your guests. You'll be busy going in and out. So you won't have time to attend to your guests, and then you also will not enjoy your party. It's almost like you are absent at your own party. I'm not a fan of multiple change. You can wear different clothes, but use what's it called? Photo shoots before the time. And also, I love hype men, but not that I will spend so much money on that. Then I'm not a fan of printing. If you know anything that we need to add to it, please feel free to add it to it. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ lórí ètò ìbí pé ó máa ń ní ká jẹ́rọ pẹ́ lẹ́nu. Òun faná fún ní kì í gbà fún wa. Tó bẹ́ẹ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, mo fàsìkò ìdúpẹ́ náà gbogbo tó ti bá wa dá sétò lénìí. Thank you so much everybody for your contribution. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. It's been a very, very interactive show, people. But time is not always our friend on this show. And gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ lórí ètò yìí wípé ó máa ń mọni ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ wípé ká jẹran pẹ́ lẹ́nu. Àwọn ọ̀fànà fún kì í gbà fún àwọn èèyàn lè tó bèrè àgbàlá kí ni kí n ṣe. Àtìkò ni mò ń wò. I actually have very interesting topic for the abala kí ni kí n ṣe today, honestly speaking, but I'm looking at time. Èèyàn kan ti send the voice note. Hey, go today o. Ma fast forward the voice note yìí ni kó fast. I mean, if I can hear what is
Good evening, everybody. Nothing's. Good evening, everybody. I want to appreciate everybody that is celebrating me on my birthday. Thank you so much. We all shall be celebrated in Jesus' name. Thank you, thank you so much. And as the topic today, I think it's important, not because I'm an event planner and event manager, but I think it's important, especially now as events are evolving, whether it be birthday, whether it be wedding, whether it be traditional wedding. It's important to have somebody that is going to not only plan but manage your event. Because people tend to say that event planning and their caterers, it's a whole different level. When you plan an event, you place that event in your hands. For me personally, it's more of a passion for me, and it's like going above and beyond to ensure that person doesn't have to think about anything. Just lets it in my hands and I take full control. Working alongside the vendors and working together. And I think that's so important nowadays. You may not necessarily have to spend excessively. Like Tony has already said, nothing's being done. Walking around busy doing nothing. But again, honestly, because we tend to overlook certain things. Because they're there to enjoy themselves. People need to be able to differentiate the two. Your guests and your come there to enjoy themselves. So the point in time, I've been to an event before. Bestini, but and so I think it's important nowadays, not because I said I'm advocating for myself and all the event planners. However, I just think it's important for us to invest in that, because you'll find that you hire me, I'm there to do a job, and that is my focus. You know, that's not my focus. But when you invite guests and you want to support you, and they're not focused on the job in hand. You know, so I think that's very important. Thank you all once again. God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Amen. That's talking to us from traditionally about the importance of event manager on the day. Especially on the day, you know, or they're just gonna ruin your day. Get a professional. That's what she's trying to say. And so I had a very important topic for abala kini kin se, but o fa no phone nígbà fún wa lálẹ́ láti lọ síbẹ̀. Honestly, I really would love us to talk about it, but I'll just throw it open after people can discuss about it after this show. Somebody lied to their spouse about traveling. The lady encouraged him to divorce his wife, which he did, and of course, then when he came back to the lady said now wanted to marry the lady. The lady said, I can't marry you because you're too old. And the guy is now so upset, and people are cursing the lady. They're saying, and I'm like, okay, this has happened. The guy now went back to the wife to say, what would you do? I'm not going to be waiting here for us. What would you do? What would you do if you are the wife? This is a woman that begged and begged. And so you found somebody else, and then you left the wife, and then you went to this lady, and the lady said, "Mo sorry, Goni. Me the lady said she's 22. It was actually the lady that is explaining the whole thing. The lady that she went out to meet is 22, while she's 46. The wife is 42. The wife is 42. Now the lady is saying, I cannot. Thank you, my auntie Eniola. I cannot marry you because you are too old for me. You are about 20 something years older than me. And now the man is back begging the wife. The wife is saying, nope, I'm not doing it again. People are begging the woman. What would you have the woman do if you're in that show? If you're in that as the wife, I won't take him back. Okay. Things are happening though. I'm telling you, things are happening. This is not something I come up with though. It's something that actually happened. It's not something I come up with. There's two I wanted to talk about tonight, but I will do the other one next week. Yes, I was very, very sensitive. That's why I won't say that tonight, because I need time to discuss it. Okay, guys, I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining me tonight, for contributing, for supporting me, on making sure that this show is on at all times. I have something cooking as well. I will reveal it to us very soon. But I want to say big thank you to everybody. But I ayọ̀, ìdùnnú, àlàáfíà àti ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ tí mo fi yín sí, òun náà ni máa padà wá bá yín lọ́jọ́ mẹ́jọ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Mo wá fàsìkò yìí sọ fún gbogbo wa wípé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Mo ní láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Ẹ̀yin ò ní forí gún, èmi ò ní fẹsẹ̀ kọ. Mọ́tò yòówù kálẹ̀ wọ̀ kò ní forí sọ̀gì o. Láyọ̀ la ó máa láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next week by the grace of God. God bless you. Hey. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Instagram. Hey, fabulous food. Mommy Eniola. MC Monai. Every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time. Every Tuesday on Facebook. ETO IGBEYAWO tó fún mi lóye. Let's talk traditional wedding. ETO IGBEYAWO tó fún mi lóye. Let's talk traditional wedding. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you all. See you next week by the grace of God. Thank you. Bye. God bless you.